So the clocks change, they bring with them the lighter evenings and also the end of the 2024 Triathlon England Northwest Zwift League. And this is an update for you of the final reckoning after an epic grand finale race. It's taken quite a time to compile the results, and it's taken some maths and some checking by all of the captains, but finally they're here. I know you can't wait. Before I get on, I need a special thank you to the captains, Paul at Wyre, Dave at Bolton, Neil at Rochdale, Dan at Preston, Tom at Lakeland, Dave Woods at Rossendale, Jonathan at Chester, Mick at Chorley, Richard at Knutsford, Trevor at Nantwich, Jonathan at Fairhurst, and a special mention to Steve Vaughan at Lancaster. I know all of you found it pretty hard sometimes to get teams out. I know compromising to make sure that you had the right evening of the week that you could participate in with other clubs, and herding those cats to try and get teams on the start line in each of the 8 weeks is not a small task. All of your club members and I owe you a big thank you for all of your efforts. They're tremendously appreciated, and I know a lot of people had a lot of fun over the winter months or the dark beginning to 2024 this year. So thank you. You brightened everybody's January, February, March this year. Also, thank you to the Northwest Committee of Triathlon England. It's them that sponsor the prize. And let's not forget, the prize for the winning team, which we'll be announcing at the end of this presentation, is an all-expenses-paid trip to the velodrome at the National Cycling Centre in Manchester for a coached session on the track itself. And that'll be taking place in October. More details will be sent to the winning team later on. But perhaps most importantly to you, this year 364 riders who took part in the spirit of the event. You endured glitches with your internet connections, you endured traffic trying to get home late from work, you endured being shuffled into the wrong team, and amongst all of that, a few of you, I think, probably sweated and enjoyed your way through much of the series. Thank you so much for taking part. It's all for you. Hopefully it was good fun. And what a series it was. 34 events over the 8 race weeks, which took place over 2.5 months, bit more, nearly 3 months. We had 44 teams, separate teams in the end, representing 12 clubs from the region. That's a record for us. He gave us some organisational challenges, which we tried to cope with, and I hope you managed to suffer our flapping around to try and get this event organised. In the grand finale, 158 of you finished the race. There were scores recorded by under 16 riders, over 70-year-old riders. We had the new team race where you were shepherding your fastest women and your fastest single nominated rider across as an homage to the Tour de France perhaps, or just a different format, and the new league format where we had to split you into 2 leagues. All of these things were a lot of learning. We tried to learn through that. If you have any feedback, please put comments in the YouTube comment section here, any comments that you have, and we'll try to take them into account as we think about how to do the next event. And it was great to see that many of you set new FTPs, new fastest rides. Hopefully, it's really set some of you up for a great triathlon season ahead. So in the grand finale race, I think we need to give tribute to, it was a tough course for those of you that did it. I think I had a few complaints afterwards that that's a brute of a course. It really is. So congratulations to the top few that came home. Johnny Winwood from Wyre in particular, well done for getting first across the line. Ryan, we've seen you lead races before in previous years, so well done for you, second this time. Lee Baxter from Lakeland, good to see you taking part. Steve Gregory from Rochdale, moaning about the fact that we didn't recognise he was over 50, just because he's not over 50 until this summer. David Glebe from Lakeland, Richard from Wyre, Ben from Rochdale, well done. And I had to go down as far as 8 because I had to find Paul from Wyre, who was the first V50 that I could find, who scored a massive and topping the table 226.5 points. I also want to mention Alana Pryor from Lakeland, as she was, as far as I can work out, the first female across the line with 174 points. It's not that I need my eyesight tested, it's that sometimes you don't always tell me the first names of the riders, so I have to take a bit of a stab at working out who the first female is. I think it's you, Alana. Congratulations on your performance as well. So well done, those star riders from various teams. all of that means that in the grand finale, this happened. There are double points available, so it really did make a big difference to your scores. But in first place and knocking Rochdale off the top spot for the first time in the series history, Wire A won the grand finale with a massive 976.5 points. Rochdale B just slightly behind. Rochdale B, 971.5. That's pretty close in the scheme of things. That's really, when it comes down to it, 1 or 2 places, depending on whether they were a veteran or not, by one rider makes the difference between those two teams. So fantastic. And you can look down the rest of it. Total, good to see you represented there as coming in 3rd. Lakeland 4th. Bolton 5th. So good to see 5 different clubs represented in the top 5 places. Chorley, you came in 7th, your B team. I did notice from your scores, if you pick your best riders and put them in the same team, you'd have come up a little bit higher. Knutsford, good to see you there, coming in 9th, and Rochdale coming in 10th. I think we see Rossendale for the first time, their A team, coming in 12th, and Preston, their B team, edging out their A team in 15th and 16th place. So good to see you there. Nantwich, 28th place. I know you're a little club, Nantwich, so we always really appreciate you taking part. And the Nantwich team normally send me the best pictures and the best entertainment for the way in which they've embraced the event. So thanks for taking part and making it such fun. A mention to Lancaster. We chose a bad night for Lancaster and they struggled to get a team out in the grand finale. I do apologise, Lancaster. We'll have to think of a better way of dealing with the fact that you all have commitments on various club nights. But it's great to see you clubs so active. We don't seek to take over from what your club activities are. We seek to supplement them and support them. And hopefully we've done that as best we can this series. So, overall, in 4th place, when all of the events over the 8 or 9 race weeks are taken into account, first-time participants in the series, Tri Lakeland came in 4th place with 158 points. I had to mention Tri Lakeland because, as you'll see, in 3rd place with 159 points were also first-time participants, Total Transition, the triathlon club on the Wirral, and they gained 3rd place. As I say, congratulations to you. Fantastic performance. I know you're slightly frustrated by the fact that if you'd done a bit more in the early series, you'd have come a little bit higher up. That's also the case for Wire, who came in 2nd place with 170 points with your A team. Wire, congratulations. First-time participants as well. Very, very strong finish over the last couple of races from you. If you'd have started as strongly, you'd have pipped our champions, who are this year Rochdale B team. Again, Rochdale take the trophy. I think that's the 4th time on the trot. You probably get to keep the trophy if we had one. So congratulations to you, Rochdale. I'll be contacting your team captain, asking him to nominate your top 6 riders, and you will all be invited to participate in the training session on the velodrome in October. We'll get there's a few other spot prizes that are going to take place, and so there'll be other people taking part. But for now, let's just congratulate Rochdale yet again as the champion. Squeaked home this time by 4 points. And let me tell you, 4 points is the equivalent of 1 team place in the final of the grand finale. So it was as close as that. 1 change of places and you'd have dropped below the wire. So congratulations to you. Really tight. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, Rochdale, but I'm hoping to see someone turn up next year and take the prize from you. But that's 2024 done. Thank you so much. You will all everyone who participated will be invited to the velodrome in October to meet up with other people who raced and to see the arrangements for the 2025 series. I'm going to be trying to meet up with as many of you as I can throughout the summer. Part of the role of the Northwest Committee of Triathlon England is to try and foster more participation and more cooperation between clubs throughout the region. So I'm going to be trying, with the help of the captains, to meet up with as many of you and get out for a ride now that the clocks have changed this summer, and get to know some of you and get to encourage you to participate with the activities of the region. So all it remains for me to do is to wish you an excellent coming 2024 triathlon season in the real world. And I hope to see you back in the virtual world of Zwift racing for the 2025 series, which I'm sure will be bigger than better and ever. Thanks again, and congratulations to you all.